GNT Tonight.
2, 3, 4.
Driving down the highway at the early break of day, I see you riding, always smiling, sitting next to me. And I know it ain't pretend, but I'm feeling like we're kids again.
So we both know headed for a long, hard day at work.
Though we're young, we gotta pay our dues. If they say the work ain't fun, they never had someone like you. Because we work together through whatever weather. And please remember when the skies are blue, that we might fall together, but it's for the better. 'Cause we'll rise together too. And best of all, work ain't work with you.
Held you tight as the skies turn black to red to blue.
Wishing nobody else is out there with his eye on you. I don't need to know the guy to know exactly why he wants you to.
You said it for yourself last night, it feels like we're dating.
But now I'm in Virginia and I got a man. If you'd only seen me then, the way that you do now, it could have been. Because we work
Together through whatever weather. And please remember when the skies are blue,
that we might fall
together, but it's for the better.
'cause we're
Rise together too.
and best of all,
Work ain't work with you.
gonna we
Can make the sunset sweeter. We can set the time even freer. See,
our
Lungs breathe deeper, our tongues taste sweeter too. We
can set the sun even sweeter. Can set the time even freer.
see,
Our lungs breathe deeper, our
tongues taste sweeter too. Yeah,
'cause we work
together through whatever weather. Please remember when the skies are blue,
that we might
all together, but it's for the better.
'cause we're
Rise together too.
Oh yeah, we work together.
make the sunset sweeter.
And please remember
Set
when
the
skies
time
are
even
blue,
freer.
that we might fall together, but it's for the better. 'Cause we'll
Rise together too.
Oh yeah, we'll
Rise together too.
and best of all,
Work can't work with you.
hey everybody, welcome to Girl Named Tom Tonight, and welcome to October
October 1.
October 1st. glad to be here with you tonight. This isn't a live experience, but we are doing this show for you. Nonetheless, we want to bring you another Thursday night of Girl Named Tom. If you don't know us, we're from Ohio. We're a band of siblings. This is Caleb.
Hello.
This is Bekah. Hi.
Also known as Tom.
And this is Josh.
Hello.
So tonight's a special night. You're in for a treat. We have a show full of originals for you tonight. And I don't know, there's something different about performing originals for me. It's more fun or something.
It's more fun and more scary.
Yeah, and more scary because we don't know how you're going to like these songs because, well, hopefully no one else has written them.
That's funny. But actually, a lot of you have heard a few of these songs already. That first song was called Work Ain't Work with You, and it's about the three of us on the road together, falling together and rising together, and just noting the fact that it's more fun when we're in it together. And that's true for everyone, of course. And this next song, that one's not on an album yet, but this next song is called In Another World, and it is the title track for our album that came out in December of 2019. And that's out on Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon Music, and everywhere the music is available. So we encourage you to go check that out. This is In Another World.
See that girl, watch her face. I'm pretty sure we think the same with the dark brown curls, bubbly laugh. Imagine what might have come to pass. You're right there, and I'm right here. This wall between us just ain't fair. In another world, I could've loved you. You're another's girl, but I could've loved you with your moves like that, a groove like that. In another life, I would've loved you. There's a place and time where I could've loved you, but why say that? We can't change the past.
Look at that, he's quite the catch. I'm thinking we'd make quite a match. Tilt your head, flash your smile. To have you, boy, I'd walk some miles. But you're right there, I'm over here. Together, our love will go nowhere. In another life, I would've loved you. You're another's guy, but I could've loved you with your eyes like that. You know I like that. In another world, I could've loved you. There's a place and time where I could've loved you, but why say that? We can't change the past. I know I think about you more than I probably should, but all inside my head are ways that it could work. So I sing,
And so I'll sing,
and I dream,
and I'll dream, and I think about how in another world I could've loved you. In another life I would've loved you with your moves like that, a groove like that. In another life I would've loved you. There's a place and time where I could've loved you, but I say that we can't change the past. And so I'll sing,
so I sing,
and so I'll dream,
so I'll dream,
and I think about you.
A hand for Josh and Bekah's dance moves.
maybe they'll tell us to stick to singing. I can hear them now.
That's a fun song on the record because in the studio, the percussion, we basically chose to just hit ourselves. In the chest, some stomps, some snaps, some claps, all kinds of stuff. And then we put them all together with our producer, and I don't know, it's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I also remember the moment when Caleb brought this idea to me. We were playing at Kern Mennonite Church. We were in a wedding, and we were rehearsing for the wedding, and then he was like, I got this cool song idea. And I was working at a camp at the time, and so he's like, yeah, see if you could come up with some lyrics for it. And so, yeah, this was one of our true collaborations. Like I wrote, I think the first couple of verses, he had this idea like, in another world I could have loved you, like that. He had that line, and he just wanted some help with fleshing it out, basically. And then Bekah created the bridge and the melody, I think, for the verses.
Yeah, and just kind of the feel.
Yeah, the feel for it. So yeah, it's a really, really cool collaboration that came together really well.
This next song we're going to share is called Simple Song, and it was written in a similar, actually really near the time of In Another World. It was in a time where we knew we were going to be a band, and I knew I wanted to write some songs for said band, but I didn't know how to do it, and I hadn't really done much of it before. So I was sitting by a lake, Fiddler Pond in Goshen, Indiana, and just watching people and like strumming kind of like a cliche strumming pattern, and I'm like, I'm going to write a song about a song. And since then, a lot of the artists that I listen to have songs called Simple Songs, because it's a meaningful thing for a songwriter to kind of talk ourselves through the process and just kind of recognize that it's such a simple thing, a song is, but finding it is a challenge. It's a challenge, and it's easy to get frustrated and scared of the vulnerability. And so this is just a simple song that makes us happy to hum along to, and hopefully you too. I just want to write a simple song. I just want to write a simple song. But the thing about the jump is it could go so very wrong. But I'm still gonna write a simple song. I don't know how to write a simple song. I don't know how to write a simple song. Or maybe it's 'cause failure's too much to carry on. Am I too scared to write a simple song? I'm out here trying to write a simple song, just wondering why the hell it took so long. I make life a lot busier than it's really gotta be, but I'll make time to find a melody. It goes like this. Ooh. Gotta listen to this song, and nobody gotta listen to this song. People gotta live, and living means they're moving on. But I'm still gonna write the simple song. Now you should try to write one after me. You should try to write one after me. Poem, song, a work of art will really set you free. And if not you, then who will set you free? So sing along. Ooh. Well, I guess we finally wrote a simple song. Thank you.
Nice job, Caleb.
Thanks for singing along. That's obviously a work in progress, as all of these are, but it felt good to share that with you today. Thanks for listening.
This is my clap.
Okay.
You look like a walrus.
This next song we're going to sing is called Crazy World, another one of our Another World album. You can tell why it's in this collection of 5 songs, because the word world is in it yet again. And it talks about the crazy world we live in a lot of different ways. And there's some really pretty imagery that I like about it. In the second verse, it talks about looking through painted glass. And actually here in the studio, we're in a place that used to be a church. It's an old church, and there's some stained glass windows. And so we'll be looking through those as we imagine the song. And actually, when I wrote it, those words, I imagined looking out of an apocalyptic, like bombed out church through the beautiful stained glass. And it says, look through the painted glass.
All the used and wasted.
All the used and wasted. Thank you, Bekah. And so you're looking out at the desert, apocalyptic landscape. And then read how it came to pass. And so if you're in like an academic church or an old abbey setting, you read about what humans have done to make the world this way. And you read about the hues we've faded. And that kind of harkens back to the painted glass you're looking through. All the color and the joy of life is gone. That's what this verse is about. That's the one I would like you to listen to particularly today. You ready, Bekah?
Delightful.
Yes.
Crazy world.
Crazy world, we're the ones who've fallen, and when it's gone away, you'll come calling. It's over now, the sky is falling. All the used and wasted. Read how it's come to pass. Those hues we faded. The skies were ours. The stars are freedom. We flew too far to ever see them. Well, nothing can stop us. We sure can't stop us. The ball is rolling to the edge. Ma tried to protect us. We know Papa loved us, but soon their children will be dead. Is it too soon, or is it right on time for this spinning blue to stop on a dime? Am I too old? Should I apologize? Can I run undone and close my eyes? Well, nothing can stop us. things back to order.
Now it's time for Girl Named Tom's Stories of the Road.
I sit like this.
Yeah, that's great. Okay. Good.
Don't make me laugh. I'll laugh funny.
You'll laugh funny. Well, Graham, that's totally fine. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Story Time. Today I'm with my grandma, Lavita Lichty, and she's going to be listening to my story just like you are. So we're going to throw it back to February of 2020. We had been in Key West, and at the last show we played at Key West, Josh met a couple named Ralph and Kara Risch, who were on vacation in Key West, and they heard us live at Sunset Pier. And after the show, they came up to Josh and said, "Hey, you guys sound great. We have a bar up in the Panhandle of Florida, and we'd love to have you come play a show for us if you can work it into your schedule." And so we found some open dates in our schedule between Miami and Texas, and now we're here. Ralph and Kara offered us a place to stay, and they have been so generous. They're great to talk to, and the little town of Port St. Joe is so beautiful. The population here is about 3,500 people, and the ocean is right there every time you look. I'm still not used to it. It takes my breath away every time. People say Port St. Joe is a small town with a big heart, and I'd have to agree. The people here are so warm and welcoming. It was kind of like Archbold, where we live, except on the ocean. So today we woke up to the stunning view of the coast and recorded 23 in the living room. So if you have seen that video, Grandma, you've seen it, right?
I love it.
You love it?
Mm-hmm.
Now you know where it was recorded. It was recorded in the living room of the apartment that the Risches let us stay in. And it was really cool because the apartment that we stayed in was above their restaurant below.
Beautiful place. Boys are setting up for our show tonight. It's beautiful out here. Port St. Joe. Ooh, it's bright.
A little more about our adventures there. We walked around the downtown. We ate some oysters for lunch. Have you had oysters, Graham?
How'd you fix them?
They actually they fried them. So there was breadcrumbs and butter in them. They're really good like that.
Yeah, but I don't like to bite into them then.
You know,
No.
you just have to swallow them.
Pretty much so.
Yeah, I think that's what I did too. You just gotta. But have you ever made oysters?
I have oyster soup. I love
Oyster
that.
soup.
Mhm.
Yeah, that sounds good.
And milk and salt and pepper and just cook them.
Yeah,
Very good.
that's good.
Just the smaller ones. I don't want the big ones.
Yeah. Also, at the lunch, we met a guy named Kendall Marvel, and he is a really great songwriter. He's written songs for current country artists. He actually was just in Cancun, Mexico, with Luke Bryan, who is a really famous country star right now. And he's now on tour with Chris Stapleton, it says, back in February. So he's a really neat guy, very down to earth. So now back to the scrapbook. It says, tonight we're playing at the Haughty Heron, Kara and Ralph's bar. It got pretty chilly, but the crowd graciously stayed until Caleb's fingers about froze off. And then we all went inside and had the best time talking and getting to know each other. Josh's girlfriend Erin, her aunts and uncles were in Florida, and they drove quite a ways to Port St. Joe to see us play.
Well,
It was
good.
super nice of them to do that. It was sweet to see them. We also met Ralph's son, who's named Grant, and several of his friends, and we now call them all our friends. And we were talking about getting some food because we were hungry after the show, and Grant overheard us and he said, "Oh, I'll get you some pizza." And he got us 5 whole pizzas.
Wow.
We never could have eaten that much, but they were just like over the top kind to us the whole time. And to think that they were strangers at one time, you know, and just in a short while we got to know each other, and now we hope to go back and see our new friends down in Port St. Joe, Florida.
You make lots of friends, don't you?
Yeah, we do.
That's good.
It's really, really sweet. And you know, a lot of the good times come from the planned experiences, you know, the scheduled out things, but also just the things that you can't predict, like
Just
the
them.
people you meet,
Mm-hmm.
the stories you hear. So great. So, yep, it was very cool.
Sounds good.
Yes. That's our story for this week. Thanks to Grandma for listening. Thanks to you for listening. Hope you're having a great day, and see you next time.
Welcome back, everyone. This week, I'm really excited because we're going to do something a bit different than we have done in the past. So this week, I'm going to feature more of an underground sound than an underground artist, specifically. So, how do you begin to describe a sound, right? Well, we need a lot of examples. So this week, I'm going to include a bunch of different examples of vocal production techniques that can be used even in a tiny little home studio that we have. The sound that I'll be focusing on was sort of trademarked by Elliott Smith, and it's been idolized by the likes of modern artists Clairo and Phoebe Bridgers, to name a few. Before we get any further, I'd like to give you just a little taste of this vocal sound that I'm talking about. Here it is.
So many thoughts right now, beckoning back the wind out.
So let's jump in. First, I'd like to give you a sample of a song by the artist Clairo, who achieved internet stardom by releasing this music video on YouTube, and it just blew up overnight. And I'll be singing a portion of her song Alewife. And the differences that I'll give you in these audio clips will best be heard if you have a good set of headphones or you're sitting smack dab in the center of a great set of speakers. And if not, hopefully you'll be able to hear the difference. So here we go.
In Massachusetts, only 30 minutes from Alewife, I lay in my room, wondering why I've got this life. I met you by surprise, you were hanging out all the time. But you know you saved me from doing something to myself that night.
I think the best way to describe this sound is warm and personal, and it really works for intimate songs when you really want the words to come through. And I found it to be a comforting sound personally, as if the artist is literally singing on both sides of my head rather than right down the middle. And so this technique, how you do it on the production side, is you have 2 identical tracks with the same musical lines, and so you have one voice on one ear coming through one ear. It's called panning it to one side, and then you have the other track panned to the left ear. So it's the exact same sound, but instead of coming from the center, it feels like it's coming from 2 different directions, and it's like this kind of all-encompassing feeling. The song that Bekah and I have chosen to record for you tonight is called If I Told. It's a song by Courtney Marie Andrews, a country artist, and on her album, she uses a very different production technique on her vocals than what we use in this song tonight. So if you want to see the difference, you could go listen to If I Told by Courtney Marie Andrews after this. And I hope you enjoy it.
It's a full moon, LA, and we're alone for the first time on Venice Beach, under the palm trees. Tell me your dreams, and I'll tell you mine. What would you say if If I told you you're my last thought at the end of each night, would you believe me? Would you even reply? Would you? Would you? Would you? I'm alone. I am stubborn too. Can you handle this world I live in? I know I can't change, but for you I'd compromise. I'd be on your side if you'd be on mine. Yes, you're anxious and you're stubborn too, but I learned to love the worst parts of you. Could be the full moon or this cheap wine, but I'm hoping that you'll reply. Would you? Would you? Would you? Would you? Is it in the stars or some age-old truth? Why did the universe draw me to you? You're so magnetic, I am hypnotized. Feels like I've known you since before this life. I hope I always see you this way. Here's to wondering if you feel the same, but I can tell your eyes meet mine that the truth isn't in your reply. You do, you do, you do. You do. You do.
One, two, three. This must be strange for you. This must be blessed for you, having the man that you've always dreamed of, bending backwards just for you. You've got this other man, he used to be your backup plan, but now he's the one that you've been dating. Why you keeping me here waiting? Oh, I don't know what else to say. I can tell you I'm not okay, trying to love you without misbehaving, hoping y'all's love is disintegrating. Oh, I'm a pretty convincing man, here to help you want to stay. Choosing him, you miss me, you lose him, believe me, I'll make you happier than he can. I know this ain't a first for you, having two men thirst for you. Hour by hour you can pick and choose, you got the power which you use. You tell me that I'm the one that your morning needs, my son, but I got the feeling that you got to deal in the cards of your heart to everyone. Whoa, I don't know what else to say, I can tell you I'm not okay, trying to love you without misbehaving, hoping y'all's love is disintegrating. I'm a pretty convincing man, here to help you wanna stay. Choosing him, you miss me, you losing, believe me, make you happier than he can. your backup plan.
Oh,
I can treat you better.
Bekah, Bekah.
Treat you better than he can. Oh, don't you remember? He once was your backup plan. I don't know what else to say. I can tell you I'm not okay. Trying to love you without misbehaving. Hoping y'all's love is disintegrating. No, I'm a pretty convincing man. He do whatever you wanna say. And if you choose him, it must be losing. Believe me, make you happier than he can. Whoa. Oh. Oh. Oh.
All right.
Nice work. That was a
Yeah,
sick
that was awesome.
thing at the end.
So fun. We had a lot of fun in the studio with that one too. Ted Lang here is mixing us up, engineering us, and yeah, we have a lot of fun with him in the studio. And that was actually his idea. The back up. Oh,
Yeah, it sounds really
Ted.
cool. in the
Sweet
album.
twist. And so, yeah, there's a bunch of other cool little differences that you'll notice in the recording.
Yes.
So, yeah, super excited
Yes.
for you guys to hear it.
It's gonna be great.
And the final song we have for you this evening is called The Run, or Good People. It's one that many of you may recognize from our live shows. We started doing it this summer. And so we're going to do it for you tonight. All you good people out there supporting us in so many ways. One way is your advice that you give us. Sorry.
Yes. And also, if you would like to tip us, that is another way that you have been such good people to us. We are musicians. This is what we're doing for a living. And so we really are appreciative of any monetary tips you'd like to send our way. Here we go. Take your time on the run. Make it last. It's now or never. And if you're not having fun, ask yourselves why you're together. Just a couple words that we've been told along the way as we run this race to find our place on the wall of Maggie May.
Keep each other close, but not too close, so you'll stop fighting. You need each other the most, but don't forget whose car you're driving. Trust yourselves, give your all each time you play, and listen to the others who long before you pave the way. The only way to get there is to heed what people say as you run this race to find your place on the wall of Maggie May.
Yeah, we got these good people try to offer up their free advice. Good people to teach us how to do it right. Good people, they're with us to the end. Good people that say they knew us when.
La 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la.
Do what you love, but keep in mind your 401k and follow your dreams, but not if you want a family. Oh, just a couple words that we've been told along the way as we run this race to find a place on the wall of Maggie May.
Good people, good people.
Oh, we've got these good people.
Good people.
Yeah, we've got these good people try to offer up their free advice. Good people that teach us how to do it right. Good people, they're with us to the end. Good people that say,
Good people, good people.
yeah, we got these good people.
Good people.
We got these good people. Good people.
La 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 la, la 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 la.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, good people. Have a wonderful night.
We love you. See you next
We
week.
love you.